Yeah, it's part of soccer. It's part of soccer, but we have to say it's a reality. Every time we're getting closer, one day we'll become world champions. One day it'll happen. And here, look, where is it? Here it is. I won it. Look, the patch. See these two patches? Libertadores champion, two-time Libertadores under 20 champion, two-time U20 world champion, 2 years in a row, 2 years in a row professional year. Flamengo lost on penalties. They did. But a 7-year-old kid has seen more titles than any fan of any other club in 20, 30 years. It's a reality. It's a reality. It's a moment when we have the right to be sad. And if you guys are happy, you're fooling yourselves, right? I'll bring Felipe Melo here, along with what he and Rafael Sobis say. And I'm absolutely sure that those who are celebrating now are still going to get really angry because Flamengo will get there more times. Flamengo made it to 4 world championships in 7 years, lost world championships, lost in 1. He reached overtime against the best Liverpool ever. In another, he made it to the penalty shootout against the best team in the world. Everybody talks about it, right? He's still the best player in the world. Let's discuss Felipe Luiz's contract renewal, which could happen today, right? We'll keep you updated all day, discuss various topics, and share behind-the-scenes coverage, including the mixed zone. Let's listen. Felipe Melo, look at what Felipe Melo said.
Flamengo was huge. We have to say that.
Flamengo was huge.
Flamengo showed some sides that we have to understand and analyze as important. A lot of credit to Felipe Luiz. Credit to Felipe Luiz for those who understand soccer.
Showed from Felipe Luiz.
It was organized one way at first, then Felipe Luiz changed it in the second half.
He suffocated the guys.
This shows that
Felipe Melo is doing what many...
Explain this difference. Where is it?
Where is all this difference? Where is all this difference? Yes, with the doctor. Always arriving. One day we'll be champions, Felipe Melo saying. Okay? I want to take this opportunity to let you know that on the 31st, man, special award January 2nd, and at any moment, instant prizes of up to 100,000 reais. All of this. You earn the right to participate in these awards just by securing your points. From the Million Picks Benefits Club, you joined the Benefits Club, bought the points at a very low price. It's a great deal. You take part in several prize draws, 3 prizes of 1 million on the 31st and a prize of 2 million on January 2nd. Let's go. Let's listen to Rafael Sobis here. Look at this.
Hey, you there laughing at Flamengo's defeat? Come here. It's jealousy, right?
It's jealousy.
It's jealousy, I know, because I am too.
Look at this.
Imagine if we had to admit it.
I'm jealous too. He sends a message to the others, making it clear that he also rooted against Flamengo, See how cool he's saying you're jealous, right? I am too. I'm on the same side as you guys were before. He's saying we're jealous. That was awesome. Rafael Sobis was awesome.
Flamengo's team is great. Imagine if we have to admit that everything Flamengo is reaping, they planted and they deserve it. Imagine if we have to admit that our team is light years behind Flamengo. Yeah, my friend, today Flamengo showed us, made it clear to us how hard it's going to be to compete with them. Flamengo came very close to planting their flag as world champions against one of the most exciting teams in the world.
Rafael Sobis' point is significant. Why doesn't Flamengo excite people if they went to penalties against an exciting team? It wasn't playing on equal terms. It wasn't like those other times when people talk about giving credit for playing on equal terms. No, they didn't play on equal terms. Flamengo was close to being champion. Flamengo went to penalties, which a lot of people call a lottery. It's not a lottery, but that's what a lot of people call it. It is, and it's going to happen again, okay? I'll just remind you that the QR code is there on the screen from our partner, who's a leader in the weight loss segment and also in hair care, right? Get healthier hair and lose weight with my slim. I lost 74 kilos. Let's continue with Rafael Sobres.
That's right, my friend. We feel envy, and when we look at ourselves, we see that things aren't looking good for our clubs, whether it's in organization, structure, or simply because there's a Flamengo that's way ahead of everyone else. To make our hearts hurt even more, Flamengo will keep winning. We're going to stay, we're going to keep suffering. We're going to keep suffering, and we're going to keep being jealous. And that's the worst thing, the worst feeling there is. Look, and we laugh about something we can't do, and we feel envy. Flamengo will stay strong. What? I'm not a Flamengo fan. But as a former player, that's the truth.
Thank you, Rafael Rojo. You moved me, man, because are there still good, realistic human beings like you? And not a bunch of anti-Flamengo people who prefer to laugh and mock and can't even come close, light years behind.
You there who's laughing? It's about Flamengo's defeat, right? Come on, it's jealousy, isn't it?
Yeah. Rafael, you did really well, man. You did really well. You earned my respect forever. Yeah. You even made me want to do a live with you, man, to have you on my panel because you were a beast, man, a beast. Few have the courage to say what you said, to take it here, to show it to you all here. I'll visit Raiz's profile and invite you to follow too. Raiz is the one who brought important information. She's still in Doha, in Qatar. Yes? Congratulate her for her fantastic coverage from my team. Let's follow Raiz here. Look.
Guys, there's nothing to say at a moment like this. I don't even know what to say to you.
Like this?
It was never this close. Missing 4 penalties hurts a lot. Of course, Flamengo's achievements this year were wonderful, right? It was a historic season. We have to celebrate. But losing on penalties like that leaves that feeling of it was possible. And it was cruel, right? Cruelty.
But hold on.
Girl, guys, there's nothing to say at a moment like this.
Will you come back? Is it important to mention this now?
Hey guys, check this out. Coach Felipe Luiz has a meeting with Flamengo's football director Jose Boto and president Luiz Eduardo Batista. The meeting with BAP will take place tomorrow here in Doha to discuss the topic of the coach's contract renewal. Felipe revealed this meeting during a press conference after the match against Paris Saint-Germain here in Doha. Felipe isn't even going back to Rio de Janeiro right now because he's tired. He's on vacation, going to Spain. Boto should also go to Portugal to enjoy a few days of vacation and then plan Flamengo's 2026 season.
So that's it, guys. Hey, everyone. There's a meeting today between Boto and Felipe Luiz, okay? And between BAP and Felipe Luiz. And so it's a meeting, just a meeting. We need more of this renewal. We know that keeping Felipe for more than a year is going to be very difficult. Europe has its eyes on him. You'll see all our coverage there. Yesterday, we already brought Luis Henrique speaking, praising that he can coach any team in the world, also praising his work. Luis Henrique is here on our channel for you to follow. And before we show all the behind the scenes from yesterday, I'm going to bring here some quotes from Jose Boto, important quotes from Jose Boto.
I think I said this once. If Flamengo competed in one of the top 5 leagues in Europe, they would fight for the top spots. And the matches against Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, and Bayern didn't prove that. And talking to the Portuguese people at Paris Saint-Germain, talking to the coach, they all praised our team a lot. It was very difficult for them to play against us, and that proves the quality. Flamengo and the Brazilian league.
Look, it was still nice to mention the Brazilian league, okay?
First of all, let me say that we won everything we were supposed to win, because this here isn't something we're required to win. We came here with 76 games played, while Paris Saint-Germain came here with 26. There's a big difference in physical condition at this point, but even so, we proved that we can play on equal terms with them. It went to penalties, and I hope people remember the details. There was a very important game that we won on penalties. Today we lost, but I don't think any of this takes away from the excellent season we had.
Perfect, Jose Boto, then perfect, thank you. We also had Vitinha speaking in the mixed zone.
Thank you, scintillating Weston and Odu, please. I never loved it. Absurd bomb, Borges. Tactics about understanding the opponent, exploiting the opponent in the best way. We knew this would be a completely different game than Botafogo, a final decided by small details. We wanted it to be easier for us, but it wasn't. We even talked about it among ourselves. We're definitely up against a top team like Flamengo, so I think there was a lot of respect. Our experienced coach watched the World Cup mid-year and helped us respect the Brazilian team even more. We have a lot of Brazilians, Portuguese people who follow Brazilian soccer closely. Everyone knows how qualified this Flamengo team was. Experienced players who came back from Europe, that they're used to playing against European teams, against Paris Saint-Germain, against other big teams. So it was definitely a tough match. We showed the utmost respect.
So there you have it. Marquinhos saying that he really respected Flamengo. That's it. We can see how much Flamengo is respected and how desperate the rivals are to try to mock what they can't achieve.
He's such a penalty stopper that he saved one today. Did you already know Paris Saint-Germain's goalkeeper, and do you think it was just a one-time performance? It's harsh to ask, but was it his skill or your teammates' shortcomings? How do you see his performance in the penalty shootout?
I can't deny credit to the guy who saved 4 penalties.
You can't take any credit away from him. Obviously, there's some research behind the penalties. He had his towel there during the penalties. The Paris Saint-Germain players took their shots well and were sharp since they've been advancing. He saved one. They were tough, but their goalkeeper saved 4, leaving us at the doorstep. There's not much to say, because it's also a mix of so many things right now. Emotions, sacrifices, heavy legs, a lot of things you can't imagine that we have inside us. So like I just said, I can only say that I'm proud of this team, proud of everyone who has been with us from January until today, including our families who came here. Fans here, those in Rio, Brazil, and worldwide who supported us. For us to be here today, I want to root for the world champion.
Rossi, good evening, and congrats on a fantastic season. How do you evaluate the team's performance in today's game?
It's hard to discuss today's game. Because when you lose a final, it feels like everything is out of what we could have done. So talking only about today, I think it would be unfair. For what we've done since January, obviously, today we put on a great show. We played on equal terms. The last Champions League winner, that's why they came here against Visser in the Club World Cup in June, July. So we can't forget that. It was an incredible show we put on. It's not easy to play against them. I think they haven't struggled like they did against us. There were a lot of great shows last season, so I'll just say that I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of every player, of Felipe, of the coaching staff, of every person who's behind us throughout the whole year. People you don't even know, actually. So I can only say that I'm proud to defend Flamengo. We had an amazing year, and we were hoping to make Flamengo world champion. Once again, I can only congratulate and thank everyone for the year we had.
Thank you very much.
These days, the FDF and video assistant referee presidents discussed the regulations. Now, you have played 2 games before the final. While the European team goes straight to the final, it was very close to the Libertadores final. Very little preparation time. Do you think that if things were more balanced, you would have even more chances? Does it affect the preparation of the Brazilian team, the preparation of Brazil in any way?
Oh, definitely. Because today we've played 75 games, and of course that changes our physical condition a bit. Because facing the European team is already difficult, and at the end of the season, it's even harder. In the last World Cup, the European team complained about it.
They were
at the end of the season. Flamengo now reaches the end of the season, but taking the initiative in the game, and we did really well in the match here today. So just praise, only praise. The season we had, a season of a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication, and today we also gave our all in the game. And congratulations to Luiz for this season.
Danny, very good. Bruno, what's your assessment of today's game? From the outside, we saw 2 very different halves. An overtime, maybe with Flamengo having the upper hand. Then the feeling of so many changes, a fresher team that was doing better than Paris Saint-Germain. What's your assessment of today's game, so we can wrap up a season that was still brilliant despite losing the team?
It was a tough, exhausting season. We got here with only 1 goal, which was to win this World Cup, but it didn't happen. But we leave here with our heads held high because we played an even match against Paris Saint-Germain. We're at the end of our season, 75 games. They're in the middle of their season, and that says a lot.
But we fought.
We battled and took it to penalties where anything could happen. So we have to congratulate our team for the match, for the effort, because today Flamengo leaves here once again, just like in 2019, with our heads held high.
Bruno has a theory that says the more a team plays in a competition, the closer it gets to winning. That's right, this is already the 4th Club World Cup you played here with Flamengo. If we look at it, Flamengo lost it in extra time in 2019 and on penalties today. Do you see this team getting more and more ready to face a European team and come out with the win? When Flamengo kept pressing, they didn't just defend but pushed forward, fell behind on the scoreboard and still scored a goal. I wanted you to give an analysis about that.
For sure. At the end of the match, the Paris Saint-Germain players came to praise our team for our effort, for not giving up on the way we play. Where we knew they were a team that puts a lot of pressure, and even so, we still managed to break out at certain moments in the game and create an attack. So, as I said, we have to praise the season we had, and today Flamengo leaves here with our heads held high because we played as equals and it came down to penalties. It's a lottery, that can happen.
Araska here, Monique Danello, who has sports. Today, you were very close, right? All these years and the opportunities.
Today was the closest and most real chance to win this title. I wanted you to tell me what feeling remains now after such a tough game.
We saw you pushing beyond your limits just like you anticipated, right?
It was a special year for Flamengo, but for a few hours there will be some bitterness. But I wanted to hear from you just minutes after what happened.
Thank you. Look, if you're not well, I'll reschedule your session. I'm having to do this. That's Noyce's voice. with that beautiful feeling of gratitude from each one, from that group, from their companions, from everyone, from the faculty, from the doctor, from the coach, from everyone. We had an amazing support. We knew we wouldn't have the full care of finding the best titles in the world, technically better than us. Physically, we're also a little worn out. I believe that was the difference, that we're missing a little bit at the end of the show to try to turn it around more. We don't have to complain about each one of us who came in. Was it Faison? Should I be older? I'm a little grateful to this whole group that allowed me to come to the ranch more and more times.
The World Cup didn't come today, but do you feel that in the coming years Flamengo will have this chance again? Then will it just be a matter of time before the title comes?
I believe so. If you look at these last few years, Flamengo has always been winning important things. We had the chance to more or less play in a final, and that's something only a few players get to do. We've already played 2 finals here with this group, so our motivation for next year will definitely be the same. We're always driven to want to win everything. Unfortunately, this time it wasn't for us, but we have nothing to complain about with this group.
Guys, it's true that my contract is ending, and now we're in talks to renew it. Everyone knows my dream. Obviously, one day I dream of going back to Europe. I'm preparing a lot for that. At the moment, my reality is Flamengo. I'm here. I'm very happy with these players. They've given their all. The players, they've given their all for me, for the club, and I feel represented. I feel like it's me out there on the field when I see my team, and that makes me very proud. Therefore, the only thing I control is what will happen tomorrow. A conversation between the president and me, and I'll vote, and from there we'll decide and see what happens in the future. But for now, nothing more.